In tonight's Waste Watch report, the cost of capital punishment. This year, the state of Tennessee will spend almost $3 million to house and feed 76 death row inmates.
Now, some groups call that a waste, but say the cost to taxpayers doesn't end there. Fox 17's Eric Alvarez explains why even people who support the death penalty want to change it.
Well, Scott, Stacy, those who oppose capital punishment and those who support it don't usually agree on much. But tonight, both sides tell Fox 17 News the real waste comes in the lengthy appeals process that keeps inmates on death row for decades. And both sides want to see it change.
Open and close.
Tennessee's Department of Correction estimates it spends almost $65 to house and feed one inmate for one day. The cost is $39 more for death row inmates. $104 a day for 365 days means the state spends almost $2.9 million a year to house just 76 people that are sentenced to die. And many of them spend decades on death row.
Since 1960, we've executed 6 people. I mean, if you described any other government program that ineffective and that costly, I think people would be asking a lot of questions.
The Department of Correction declined our request for an interview, but a spokesperson says that extra $39 pays for heightened security. Rector says the additional expense in housing a death row inmate is just the tip of the wasteful spending iceberg.
It's actually the capital trial that's the most expensive part of the process.
This 2004 state comptroller study says capital trials cost 48% more than trials where prosecutors seek life without parole. Representative Barrett Rich is a strong supporter of capital punishment, but he does agree with Rector's group on one thing.
They're calling death row a waste of taxpayer dollars.
I think in some ways they're right. What we need to do is speed up the process, allow them to make their appeals, expedite it, put time limits on the books, and get it done.
Rector says the best solution is to get rid of the death penalty altogether.
Wouldn't our money be better spent to support murder victims' family members in the wake of homicide, to give more resources to our law enforcement community?
Now, the state planned to execute Billy Irick last month, but postponed that date until October. Irick, you see him here, has been on death row since 1986, when he was convicted of raping and killing a 7-year-old girl. Eric Alvarez, Fox 17 News.